Come on. Hey, good morning, everybody. Morning walk here. Today's National Social Media Day, by which I would not have so many really, really nice friends all over the world. Yeah. So let's thank God for social media. And what do I have in store for you today? Stay tuned. Hi, everybody. Good morning. It's happy Thursday. Or just Thursday. I don't know about happy, but anyway. It's Thursday, Crafting Journey here with another episode of Crafting and Crime Daily. Hope you're enjoying the show. Listen, I have the weirdest thing, and maybe you guys can help me explain it. I can never figure out YouTube, but the other day, Tuesday's episode, weirdest case ever, got like over almost 600 views. What? Versus like less than 100 yesterday. So I don't know what I did right on Tuesday, but maybe you can let me know. I don't know. I'm just but you guys, if you're joining me, if you found me on Tuesday, please consider subscribing. Don't forget to hit the like button. I do a little shtick where the like button is helping me out around the house. Today he's going to finish up his laundry because he's a little behind, and I think there's steak out for dinner. Oh, yum. Anyway, it also, most importantly, do not forget the notification bell, because you just never know when this show is going to be uploaded. It is uploaded daily between the hours of like 11 and 1, but depending on the internet speed, you never know. So yesterday on Craft With Me Wednesday, I was working on my temperature cross stitch. Yes, there it is. It's a bookcase. What I did was you can't see the top of the bookcase. I took it out yesterday, put it back into the holder, and I moved everything up so I could go down with the bookshelves. And then I worked on doing another bookshelf. I did one book. Yes, I'm behind. This is April. Yeah. But we'll get there. We're going to get there. Yes. And next week on Craft With Me Wednesday, we are going to be doing, I have Wambui Made It. She's a YouTuber that does a lot of loom knitting. She does some other crafts, but she's known for loom knitting. She put out a video on a house sock. If you want to look that up, just look up house sock. If I remember, I'll put it down in the description. So I am making the house sock. Now, she recommends that you use this loom. I believe it has 24 pegs, if I'm not mistaken. And she tells you how to set up your loom. Now, if you're a beginner, I recommend going with this. Now, I'm not a beginner, so what I did was I am using the Flexi Loom, and I want to show you guys on Wednesday. I'm going to go ahead and make one of the socks. So Wednesday, I'm going to tell you how I did it on this Flexi Loom. See, now the Flexi Loom, you just kind of, it connects. It has these different pieces. You can make it as long as you want, as short as you want. So what I did was I measured my calf and made it like one peg smaller than my calf because yarn stretches. So what I've done here is I've done the cuff, the upper cuff of the sock, and now I'm working on the body of the sock before I get to the heel. So I did... Yeah, she recommended a counter. I recommend a counter too, because now I'm trying to remember. I think I did 2 rows of the body of the sock, so you need to do 20. So I'm going to do some of that today. Well, I am chit-chatting with you. It's in this beautiful color called Fleck. Here's the yarn. It is a 100% premium acrylic Big Twist. Now, Big Twist is a Joanne yarn brand, Big Twist. So you could find that over at Joann's. I think I bought mine online, but I just love the color, and I think it was on sale. I don't buy it if it's not on sale. Yeah. So I'm just, the 20 rows that I'm doing, or the 18 more rows that I'm doing, are just an E-wrap stitch. And next Wednesday, I will tell you more about that. I don't do a lot of tutorials on my channel because I do, I'm not the one to be mentoring everybody. I just follow the leaders that are out there. But you know, Crafting and Crime is my my ballywhack. Anyway, National Social Media Day. So yeah, Facebook came into being in 2003, 1 year after MySpace. Now I remember when everybody was on MySpace. I was not. No interest. Now my son was in high school and he may have been on MySpace at that point. But you know, that was, oh my gosh, 2003. I'm trying to think where it was. No, he was already grown and in the military, so probably wasn't using social media. MySpace. Yeah, I just didn't use it. Now, when Facebook came out, I did. I enjoy Facebook. I've been a member of Facebook for quite a number of years. It's just like, it's one of those things where you can connect with relatives that you forgot you had. Like, oh, wait a minute, I think that's my mother's uncle's cousin's daughter. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And then you're like, oh, look. But then I like it because people send you funny things. And how did I get a knot in this yarn? No, knots in the yarn. What? There's a knot in this yarn. All right, let's get this knot out before we go any further. All right, we're just going to let that come off because we want to get this knot out. How are we? You know, I have cats that help me. I should get a like button to guard this for me when the cats are not around, when I'm not around, so the cats don't get it. Especially Pearl. Pearl likes to sit in this chair when I'm not here and open the yarn doors. She's figured out how to do it. She figures out if she works at it long enough, it'll open. And then she starts dragging the yarn around the house. She doesn't destroy it. She just likes to take out the skein of yarn and put it somewhere else, rearrange my yarn. She'll take it out, put it in the living room, then she'll come back in and she'll get a different one. She'll put that in the kitchen. You know, she's just rearranging it for me. Okay. All right. So social media day, post a picture of yourself. Last week we did selfies. We could do selfies again. Just post a picture on social media. Put it on my Facebook group, Crafting Journey Facebook group. Got 600 members in there. And we have a book club in there. And we have all kinds of fun in my Facebook group. So put a picture, you know. Post a picture to social media or Instagram. I'll put up something on Instagram today. Here, let's take a picture of this. We'll put it on Instagram. What do you think? Hold on. Let's do that. I'm not going to put it, well, because I have to add a lot of hashtags and all that stuff, but I'm going to take the picture now to put on Instagram. Yeah, there we go. That'll go on Instagram later on. All right, what was I doing? I'm so tired, so tired. What is going on with my hair? Ooh. It's just does its own thing lately. I bought this new shampoo and conditioner that I'm trying, and it really gives it a lot of curliness, body. Anyway. Oh, I wish you guys were reading this book that I'm reading. The book club is reading, The Housemaid. Oh, it's so good. I'm right at the end. I don't want to give any spoilers, but wow, it took a plot twist that I just did not see coming. Didn't see coming. And I love books like that, when you don't see a plot twist coming. And there's a couple of books out there that have the same title, The Housemaid. There's a Housemaid, there's a Handmaid, there's The Maid. This one is The Housemaid by Frida something or other. Hold on, I'll tell you. Hodo. Remember that Hodo? You remember where that came from? Yeah, Game of Thrones. Hodo. He was saying, hold the door. I ordered, oh my gosh, Naomi posted in the group that her furls just came in the mail. Furls or crochet hooks. I ordered one too. They had like an anniversary special the other day where they had this beautiful pink glitter crochet hook, and it was on sale for like $23. And I'm like, oh, for a furls crochet hook, these hooks, crochet hooks can go up to $200. They're very expensive. So I jumped on this, got it. And if she just got hers, she's in Puerto Rico. I should have mine today. Oh, I'm excited. Maybe I'll show you tomorrow. Okay, I was getting you the name of the book. Hold on. Oh, goodness, I'm tired. I've mentioned that I'm tired. You guys are tired of hearing that. I know. Somebody colored a gnome. I bet you that was Mary Richmond. Mary, you are a good colorist. We got her a table, and now she can color to her heart's content. Yep. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. All the social media pictures from last week. Oh my God, I love seeing pictures of you guys. Your smiling faces. Where's the book? Okay. I could just look on Audible. That would be so much easier. Frida McFadden. They're like, why didn't I just do that to begin with? Oh, for heaven's sakes. I did sit down and rewatch the episode that I missed of the new series that I'm watching. My sister got me started on this. It's called Becoming Elizabeth. Now, this is a story that goes all the way back to when King Henry VIII has just passed away, and who takes over the crown at that point. And it builds from theirs. They rush all three children to a central location: Edward, Mary, and Elizabeth. Now, Edward was the daughter of Jane Seymour. Elizabeth was the daughter of Anne Boleyn, and Mary was the daughter of his first wife, whose name escapes me right now. But anyway, King Henry VIII, he had, 6 wives, 8 wives? 6 wives? 6 wives, anyway. And the wife that he was married to, Catherine Parr, when he died, she's like, woohoo, living it up, knee knocking, and man, it's a good show. So I watched the first 2 episodes last night. Yeah, there is knee knocking. It's on Stars, if you have Stars. Yeah, ooh, it is hot. It is hot. Okay, first 2 episodes. Now, Elizabeth is still a virgin. So is Mary, and Edward gets the throne. He's the first one to get through. But you knew that. That's history. I mean, we all knew that. I'm not telling you any spoilers. We know that Edward gets the crown. But Edward's very, very young. And I don't know who's playing that character, but he's really creepy. Very creepy. Okay. I need to tell you about this trial. So yesterday, we get the cross-examination of the mother, the adopted mother. Now she's, as opposed to the day before, she's a bit more teary-eyed now, because now she's being cross-examined. And her parenting skills are being called into question, seriously. Like, did you drop off a power of attorney to Rebecca? And then they went through all of Rebecca's medical records, showed that each time she was discharged from a facility, what the mother was aware of, that she had all these diagnoses. One was oppositional defiance, since she was young, like 4. She's had oppositional defiance disorder. That she had tried to commit her suicide by hanging herself. She was caught looking up how to slit your wrist. This girl was on a mission to kill herself, which is what the defense needs to prove, because the mom story is that she jumped into the fire. I pulled her out. She died later on that night. I went in and she was dead. And then I put her body in the fire. Honestly. What? What? Yeah. Anyway. Closing arguments will be this afternoon. I really want to hear what the defense's true story is going to be, whatever story they're going to run with. But so the mother, the adoptive mother, says, yes, I did send her a power of attorney. She said she didn't get it, so I did another one. And then I sent one to the adoptive father because they were separated. He never filled it out or returned it. And the purpose of this power of attorney is because Savannah was insured during 2016, during the time that she lived with her adoptive mother. Then she went to live with Rebecca, the latter part of 2016. So she was insured for the entire fiscal year of 2016. 2017 comes along, and Rebecca does not get her daughter insured. No more medication, no more Concerta, no more Ritalin, and everything else that she was taking. Doesn't get it anymore. Now she's living off the grid. Now her mom, Rebecca, was living in a house. She had renters on her farm that would stay in the barns and different locations on the property, males. And then she had her daughter, Savannah, who lived in a camper with no electricity. Yeah. By herself, lived in this camper, no medications, prone to depression, like seriously has been hospitalized multiple times per year, is in need of therapy, medications, and she's just sitting there in that little camper trailer. Yeah. Going to school in Missouri. Oh, God. And they were asking, like, were you aware that she was bathing in a pond? Or would you approve of her bathing in it? And she's like, no, I wouldn't approve of that. Of course, that question was objected to, and the judge was instructed to ignore the answer to that. Because this is a judge. A judge is going to decide this case. There's no jury here. So the second witness was a gentleman, one of those renters that had lived on the property. And he comes up and he says, yeah, he rented the property, saw Savannah. She was happy. He didn't see anything out of the ordinary with her, except he said she had really poor hygiene. She smelled, it was like she just would go for days and days and wouldn't bathe, to the point where her mother hosed her down. On at least 3 occasions, he saw this mother hose her daughter down to get rid of the smell. And then at one point she said, you're so dirty, why don't you just wallow in the hog pen? And made her wallow in this hog pen. Now, of course, on cross-examination, they pointed out that there's no hogs in the hog pen. There hadn't been any hogs, but it was just dirt. Still, it's disgusting. The idea of it, it's just disgusting. And then there was another time where she made her go into the pond and bathe. Yeah. Good parenting. Way to go. I don't live off the grid, so maybe that is good parenting. I have no idea. Yeah. Here, let me hose you down. Oh my God. Like she's a dog. How horrible. What? This girl. Oh my God, this poor woman. The girl. Oh, just sickening. Then we got the 3 jailhouse snitches. Yes, 3 jailhouse snitches. Okay, snitch number 1. Snitch number 1. Please take the stand. We didn't get to see what they looked like. They all chose not to appear on camera. All of them have been released. The first one was in there for, I think she said, forgery and theft. Right away, crimes of dishonesty. So can we trust what she's saying? Anyway, so she was in the same pod as Rebecca at the prison or at the jail. And Rebecca told her that, Rebecca herself had a prescription for hydrocodone, which is, Percocet. It's a pain medication. Mild, depending on what the strength you get. I'm still on pain medication for my knee, but it is like the lowest strength. Anyway, so she tells this woman that she crushed up a bunch of these hydrocodone pills and put them in some Kool-Aid for her daughter to drink. And that's it. Nothing else. Like, okay, we don't know when. We don't know what the circumstances were, what caused her to do that, when was this? Is that why she's in jail? We don't know what the context of this. She did tell this jail snitch that she married Robert to keep him from testifying. So what does Robert really know? Because I got the impression on the stand that he knew way more than he was telling. Oh, yeah. And that during her time in prison, she showed no remorse at all for her daughter. Now, I should mention that none of these 3 women were offered anything in exchange for their testimony. Not for lack of trying. They did try, you know, hey, can you help me out here? But no, they didn't get anything. They get in exchange for their testimony. So, and that's an important point. Now, Jailhouse snitch number 2, Mrs. Johnson. Just want to make sure I'm doing this right. Yep. She told Mrs. Johnson that her daughter ran away and took a bottle of pills. Story number, I don't know, or what number are we on as far as how this really happened? 4, 5, I don't know. Then, and that's pretty much it for number 2. Then we get number 3, was in jail for drug trafficking. And I might have those mixed up. It might have been number 1 that was drug trafficking and number 2, 3 that was forgery. I don't know. I can't keep them straight. Anyway, they were all out of jail. And on to their next crime. I don't know. And she said she met Rebecca when they would do each other's hair. Let me braid your hair. Yeah. Don't, if you're ever in prison, don't tell anybody your story because, or any part of your story, because they're going to make it, they're going to go right to a prosecutor and tell them. Yeah. Even if you think this person is your bestie at the jail, don't do it. So her bestie, she's braiding her hair and they're doing each other's hair. And she tells her that she drugged her daughter, dragged her up to the burn barrel, put her in the burn pile, set her on fire, at which point her daughter wakes up from the drug stupor that she's in. So she hits her over the head with a rake until, you know, she bludgeons her until she passes, you know, she goes unconscious and she burns to death. What? Okay. Now, seriously, that is, then the prosecution rests their case. And I'm like, oh, so we're supposed to believe, based on a Jailhouse snitch's testimony, that this is what happened? That this is the story you're going with? I don't know. You know, either way, if you believe the plaintiff that she put her in there, drugged her, put her in there, and set her on fire, or do you believe the defendant that she found her daughter in bed, dead, and then she put her in the fire? Now, which story? I don't know what this judge is going to do. He did, you know, they did a motion for directed verdict, which is to say that the plaintiff did not, you know, the prosecution did not prove their case. I have a tendency, I would have been leaning towards granting that motion. I always tell you guys it's very rarely granted, but I think the judge, just based on the Jailhouse snitch's testimony, I mean, if you were to take her as a credible witness that had really heard this, then that's enough evidence to call into question whether this woman is guilty of murder or not. So they're not starting closing arguments today until 12:30 in the afternoon, which is Central Time. And I don't know if like the judge will make an immediate decision or if he will say, I'm going to write a decision and I'll send it to you later. I don't know how he's going to do that. Or if he's, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not that familiar with bench trials, so I just know that the judge is going to hear the closing arguments and then it's up to him to decide the case. They don't have to do jury instructions. They don't have to do all that stuff that goes along with the end of a case. So maybe we'll have a verdict today. I will not be able to bring it to you live. If the judge does announce his decision, I will make sure that it is taped and I will bring it to you later tonight and we can watch that together, similar to what I did on the last verdict. And then tomorrow I'll bring you just a regular true crime story. If you have anything that you would like me to cover, something that's happened in your area that you think is going to go to trial, or you know, if you're watching TV and you say, well, that sounds interesting, Rebecca should cover that, let me know. I think I'm gonna develop a form and put it down into the description so you guys can start filling out forms if you have something you want me to cover on the program. So, yes, I don't know how many rows I did while I was talking to you. I should have a counter. The good news is I can count the rows here. I can look at it and count the rows. So as far as, yeah, I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. Yeah, I'd already done 5 last night. So 6, and then I'm on my 7th row now, row 7. Okay, guys, what happened this day in history? In 1859, this guy puts on some yellow tights and a pink top, and he's got a pole, and they have suspended this 1,100 foot, 2-inch in diameter rope that goes across Niagara Falls. And this is just down below, you know, not right where the falls are, but down shortly after where the Niagara Falls are. And this guy called the Charles Blondin, it was called the Great Blondin. His real name, I'm going to read it to you, Jean-Francois Gravelat, crosses it. This is a tightrope, and he crosses the Niagara Falls, balancing himself with this pole. He crosses, I'd be like clutching it, I'd be like, crosses Niagara Falls. What? Oh my God. Yeah, he did it. Crowd of 5,000 people watching. Yay, yay, let's see if he falls to his death. You know, that's what they're thinking. They're not thinking, hey, let's watch him walk across. They're thinking, what's going to happen when he falls into that water and goes splat? So that is what happened this day in history, strange as it may seem. I know. Yeah. So guys, that's the show for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for Crafting and Crime Daily. You don't want to miss a single episode. I will show you my progress on this, and maybe we'll be working on a different craft. You never know what you're going to see on Crafting and Crime Daily. Bye, everybody. Take care.